Not all fear looks like fear. Sometimes it sounds like logic. Sometimes it speaks quietly. Sometimes it uses polite words. And that is exactly why it goes unnoticed. You don't usually say, "I'm afraid." You say it's not the right moment. You don't say, "I'm running away." You say, "I'm being realistic." And that shift changes everything. Fear, when it appears as panic, is easy to recognize. But when it disguises itself as prudence, it enters important decisions without raising suspicion. It presents itself as common sense, as maturity, as responsibility. From early on, you learn to value what is practical, what is safe, what makes sense on paper. And little by little, you start distrusting anything that feels too intense. Desires that are too strong, ideas that are too big, wants that do not come with guarantees. So you wait, you plan more, you organize better, you review again, and you call this intelligence. But there is an uncomfortable detail in this process. Most of the decisions you call practical do not move you closer to the life you want. They only move you away from the discomfort of trying. You have used these phrases before. "I'll wait a little longer." "Now is not the time." "I need to be more prepared." They sound responsible. They protect you from judgment. They avoid difficult explanations. But inside, something stays suspended. Because what you call preparation is often delay. What you call patience is often fear of failing. What you call prudence is often fear of being truly seen. Fear does not need to scream to control you. It only needs to convince you to postpone, and the more you postpone, the more comfortable postponement becomes. You begin to believe that wanting something different is impractical, that leaving the script is irresponsible, that listening to that inner restlessness is a sign of weakness. So you build a life that looks coherent from the outside. Everything makes sense to those who observe. But inside, there is constant friction. It is not drama, it is erosion. It is the feeling of always explaining your own choices to yourself, always justifying, always rationalizing, always saying it makes sense, even when it doesn't. When a decision needs too much explanation, it rarely comes from truth. It comes from fear that learned how to express itself well, fear that knows how to argue, fear dressed as logic. And the most dangerous part is that no one questions it. On the contrary, people approve. They praise you. They say you are sensible. And to maintain that image, you keep choosing what seems more practical, even when something in you starts to shrink, even when the curious part grows silent, even when the impulse disappears. You don't call this fear. You call it common sense. You call it maturity. You call it real life. But the real name for this is not maturity. It is fear with advanced vocabulary, and it charges a silent price every single day. Have you ever had a dream so big, so wild, that you got scared just thinking about it? Maybe you wanted to start a business, learn a new instrument, or travel the world. And then a little voice in your head whispered, "Be practical." That's not realistic. What if you failed? That voice isn't trying to protect you. It's trying to trap you. My father was an incredible man, a brilliant accountant, but his dream was to be a comedian. He was funny, really funny. But he was also practical. He had a family to support. So he chose the safe path. The problem is, you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love. When he was let go from his safe accounting job, It broke my family. I learned a powerful lesson from that. I learned that fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about what might happen, or you can decide that you will not let fear be the thing that holds you back. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect. So we never dared to ask the universe for it. I'm telling you, you can ask the universe for it. My dream wasn't to be an accountant. It was to make people laugh, to make them feel something. It seemed completely impractical, but I decided that I would rather fail at my dream than succeed at something I didn't care about. I didn't want to look back on my life and see a long list of things I was too afraid to try. So what is it that you're afraid of? What's that big, scary, impractical dream you're hiding away? I want you to give it a voice. Let it out, because your need for acceptance can make you invisible in this world. Don't let anything stand in the way of the light that shines through you. Risk being seen in all of your glory. The world needs what you have to offer. Don't let practicality rob us of your unique magic. Take that first step, even if it's terrifying. Your future self will thank you for it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more inspiration. Have you ever noticed how often we tell ourselves we're just being practical? But what if that practicality is actually a mask for something else? What if it's fear, cleverly disguised? Think about it. That thing you've been wanting to do, that change you've been dreaming of making. You tell yourself, now's not the right time, or I need to be realistic. Every time you postpone, you're not just delaying action, you're feeding the fear. With each delay, it grows a little stronger, its voice a little louder, until it's almost impossible to tell the difference between being cautious and just plain running away. We often wait for a moment of perfect clarity before we make a move. But what if clarity isn't the first step? What if the first step is simply noticing what you consistently avoid? The conversations, the decisions, the possibilities. You don't have to leap into a new life tomorrow. Just start by being honest with yourself. Acknowledge the fear without judgment, because the real cost of this avoidance isn't just a missed opportunity. It's a life lived on autopilot, a life where your choices aren't truly yours, but are dictated by the fear you've dressed up as practicality. So, the real question isn't about when you'll be ready. The real question is, how much longer are you going to call your fear practicality? The answer is yours to decide. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more.